10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
How dare you!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Monday. Oh, what day is it? January 10th, 2022 edition of Nevermind the Furthermore. Hope you all had a great weekend. Hope the weather was not horrible. And yes, I have a see-through bow tie today. It's exciting. Anyway, this is distracting, is it not? Hold on. We'll go back to, let's see. Or we can, that doesn't quite work. We'll just have none today. That way you can see me. Oh, you lucky people. Anyway, hope you're having a good morning so far. Hope you got plenty of coffee and you're ready to face the work week, wherever you may be. And let's get down to where we need to be. And that's because we got to talk about our sponsor today. As always, it's Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Who wants to waste all the work you put into a great book by putting a crappy cover on it, right? Just because you can afford to have a mediocre cover done doesn't mean you should. Instead, if you don't spend the long money, but spend right. Jeffrey Hayes is indie creator friendly. That's quite a mouthful some mornings more than others. But anyway, he's worth it. He also does a variety of graphics that can help you sell that book, aside from putting on an amazing book cover. And he can also do book trailers. He does a whole lot. Just go to his Facebook page, Plasma Fire Graphics on Facebook, and then go to plasmafiregraphics.com and be sure to ask for his rate card. He is incredibly affordable and he's great to work with. Believe me on that. Anyway, that's Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. We are part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, 7 days a week of entertainment and enlightenment. Please check out our shows every day, and we've got some more stuff gearing up in the next few weeks that we think you're going to like. We cover everything from how to write, to comic books, to cigars, to alcoholic beverages for grown-ups, and combat, general science and geek talk, all kinds of great shows. And excuse me. Oh, had to sneeze there. Sorry. And all kinds of great shows. Do definitely check all of these out. And I'm also fond of this one, Comic Book Spectrum, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time. And also Dr. John Celestri, the incredible animator who worked on a number of your favorite projects. He's doing art classes on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Do check them out. Anyway, we've got you covered there. Entertainment and enlightenment, 7 days a week. Check out our Facebook site and please give it a like. Also, we have a Patreon page that keeps this show on the air, and we appreciate our Patreon supporters so very much. And if you want to see your name among them right here, then check out what we've got at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And today we'll be working on our weekly blog. Every blog deserves a name. And so you ought to sign up, and even $1 a month will get you something. And who knows, maybe we're talking about you. You don't know until you sign up. Anyway, we had a decent weekend. Woke up this morning, I didn't sleep quite right. I've got a little pain in my back, but part of growing elderly. Anyway, minimal drama. It was a decent weekend, at least for us. Anyway, we hope you have a great Monday, and let's see what we got going here. Let's see what all you all have to say. And first in the gate is Mike, Jimmy, Larsha de Bruin. Good morning, early birds and late wanderers. Next week, my booster shot has me stuck in my chair. What kind of booster shot did you get? Was it glue? And we're ready to watch the Funny Fez Man again. Oh, wow, I can't wait for him to show up. Otherwise, it's just me. Sorry, dude. Anyway, glad you're here. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. Have a great week. You too. Mwah. Hope your week goes well. And good morning to Carl Witzman. Hope you are having a great one too. And everyone's saying hello. And Aunt Donna's out today. Breakfast with the sisters. So I'm vacuuming while we wait. Well, you're a good house husband there, Carl. I need to do that myself around here. So bring your vacuum over. Anyway, Mike Jimmy Lotion de Bruin says, I'm quite literally doing nothing. I'm legit stuck in this chair because my legs came out. Are you like drawing with your feet now? Is that it? Wow. And yeah, hope it passes quickly. Mike, nose itches. I'll tell you one thing that helped me. If you get that sore arm, do this as much as you can. It kind of works the muscles and gets that fluid out to where it does them good. And I found it really cuts down on the pain there. And just take care of yourself, my friend. Just take care of yourself. We need you. And Mike Jimmy Lotion de Bruin says, yeah, it's just me reacting to the booster in my normal I'm sick kind of way. Comfy, blanky, and watching shows is how I'm going to spend the day. Oh, so it's an excuse to pamper yourself. You need some self-care, buddy. And you're more than entitled to it. So yeah, you get comfortable and let us do the work here. And we'll stay warm and enjoy as much as you can, or enjoy more than you can. This is your day to be nice to yourself. And I am, says Mike Jimmy's, the 5G reception is wonderful, and they promised me a 5-year plan on getting better at drawing too. What? Your internet provider allows you to draw better? Maybe I'll take it up again. And Carl Wisman says, Reuters released the story the comedian Bob Saget died. Yes, he did. And someone else died yesterday. It's it's kind of like the theme of the show. It's not to be depressing or anything, but it's like remember 2016 when it seemed like there was a new famous person that was dying like every day. It was the year we lost David Bowie and Prince, and I'm still choked up about that. Let me see if I can get Google going here and celebrity deaths 2022. And okay, yes, yeah, it wasn't. We've had quite a list of names. Bob Saget, Sidney Poitier, Peter Bogdanovich, the director and film critic, and Korean actress Kim Mi-soo, Joan Copeland, who was a Broadway star, Jay Weaver, who was with Big Daddy Weave, Max Julien, who was best known for his role as Goldie in the 1973 film The Mac. He also appeared in 1970s Getting Straight and Def Jam's How to Be a Player, and he wrote 1973's Cleopatra Jones, Dan Reeves, NFL coach, and there's probably more. It seems like I found somebody yesterday that was that had passed away, and said, yeah, I saw, it's a shame. It is. And from the desk of a small press publisher, that thumbnail is like, are you calling me out? I'll make sure you take a dirt nap at Boot Hill at noon. Yeah, that was just a picture I found of myself in my files. It's like, boy, I look grumpy there. Let's see what that does for the numbers this morning. We got good numbers. Maybe I should be cranky more often. But anyway, good to see you, Joe D. McPhee. Hope you're feeling well today. Check out this man's show. Saturday night, he was not feeling well, and yet he still put on a broadcast on Saturday night. And that's, got me to thinking. I think we all in the network need to have, if at all possible, a backup person so that we can do our shows. Carl Westman says, meanwhile, in good news, while cleaning out my desk, I found my notes for my current book, and it seems that I am ahead of the notes. Oh, good for you. That is a good find. And good morning, Joe D. McPhee. Hope you're feeling better today. And now for shameless promo, that's the only kind we allow around here, Mike Jimmy. I'm launching Life on Corin 5 number week with the Ragin' Ladies. I love them. Come hang out at 3 p.m. Eastern this Friday, and let's kick some ass on the numbers. Yeah, definitely get that going there. Get it going. And everyone's saying hello to Joe, and morning, Brian, and Madam Executive Producer. Hope all is well. I'm back to working remotely. Add colorful adjectives here. I may have more for you, man. It was pointed out to me, Bleeding Cool has an article that we may discuss on Thursday on Comic Book Spectrum. It's not good news for DC. I'll tell you if you want. Mike, what need hidden gems are you doing for your next Life on Korra campaign? Let's find out. And Carl Westman says, yeah, Joe D working at home, it's good practice for retirement. And yeah, I'm not retired, but I work at home. I'm far from retired. Good Lord. And from this, a small press publisher from Mike Jimmy Lorsha de Bruin says, awesome variants, plushies, and essentially making my entire library available as add-ons. Excellent. That's what I was hoping for, because I like to catch up with that. And retirement, says Joe D. McPhee. If I was a wee bit older, I'd be retired under the rule of 85. You know, when I worked for the water company, you know, like I've said before, we had numerous reorganizations. I think we had I worked there for between being a temp at first and getting on full time there, I was involved in about 5 or 6 different reorganizations at the water company. Sometimes we change owners. There was a point where we had gone from a family-owned business to a full-fledged publicly traded one. And then we were owned by a German company at one point. Then we got owned by a British company. Then they sold us to an American company. And it was just a mess, one thing after another. And for a while, during one of the reorgs, I think it was when the Germans had bought us, we were offered one of those things. And the problem was they had such an outflow of talent leave the organization that they said, no, we're cutting this off. So, and Trish Bengston says, good morning all to us. Trish, mwah, good morning to you, hon. I hope you're starting off your week right. And Ted Davies Artistry, mwah to you, Ted. Good morning all. Working on a book today. I'll be quiet listening. Have a great day, everyone. Much success. Yes, get that book done. Get that book done, young man. I have a hole in my editing schedule now, so I got a book done over the weekend. And speaking of somebody who gets things done, there's Nicholas Tockard. Good morning, Nevermore. As the relative warming starts the second week of 2022, support your favorite creators here as we begin a new adventure. And that's honestly, right now it's a great time to plan things. Because as I've told everyone, this coming Saturday and Sunday, I was supposed to be at Carbondale, Illinois, for SalukiCon, but due to the Miley Cyrus pandemic having a resurgence down in Southern Illinois, that's been pushed off till mid-April, April 16th, in fact. So I've now got 2 months off, and I have to do something here real quick. And so I want to run an ad. And since he's here, let's reward Joe D. McPhee, rather. Excuse me. I'm Joe D. McD. I'm changing his name on him. Anyway, let's get some attention to his channel from the desk of a small press publisher on YouTube.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Oh, please check out Joe D. McPhee every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. Always informative, always a lot of fun. And Saturday, even though the man was deathly ill with strep throat, he broadcast like a champion despite the hecklers in the audience. And we talked about Doom Patrol. Yes, I love the original Doom Patrol Actually, I like all iterations of it, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. It's had a number of starts and stops, so it's had some really great people working on it. But anyway, tune into that show. It's one of his shorter shows, unfortunately, but it is good, oh so good. And I'm sorry I had to go off camera for a bit because you ever had that tickle in your nose? And it's like I gotta take care of it now. So I'm not gonna have you people watch me blow my nose on the air. I love you guys and gals enough to do that. So I ran an ad and give some Joe some attention, which I always love doing. And I cleared out my nasal passages. So we're multitasking, but yes, let's definitely, now's a good time to start gearing up your creativity and getting the product out. Well, like for one thing, if you've got a Kickstarter campaign, probably there's going to be a rush in March and April to get those done. So starting it pretty soon is a good idea. Before the rush, get some of that Christmas money, you know what I'm saying? And also, probably in a couple months, we're going to hopefully start seeing some more conventions starting up again too. And I will say, if any of my convention promoters are for sure having a show this year, better contact me now because my schedule after a certain point is going to close. And there may be some, if you're counting on me to be there, I may have to disappoint your people, unfortunately. Anyway, Trish asked, Joe, how are you feeling? And it's a good question. Joe, are you still feeling well? And Daycuff Creations, hey, cute people. Hey, cutie, how are you? Mwah, good to see you, sweetheart. A part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. She's amazing. Please check her out. I'm always checking her out. Anyway, from this as well as publisher, the whole library will be available in this one. This is going to be great, Mike Jimmy. Yes, I agree. I'm looking, because I will say, in the past, I've been glad to share his message because, for one reason or another, usually budgeting, I couldn't contribute to his thing, but this time for sure. And Carl Weston says it happens eventually, Jody. As I always said, state retirement, you must be present to win. That's true. That's true. And you better do it while Illinois still has the money. Because for the last, 40 years, they've been treating the the state retirement funds like a checkbook. So get it while you can. And Carl Wisman is our official door greeter. And from the Small Press Publisher says, Mike Jimmy, except for a discontinued series, that's still 11 books. Ooh, that's all right with me, though. And Trish, I'm well enough to report remotely for work. Again, add colorful adjectives here. Yeah, he could be happier. I'm like Deanna Troy. I sense frustration. Anyway, and that's another thing, folks. It's 2022. It's one more year to get it right. And I've set my goals for publishing and for writing. And I plan to be in a lot better place by the end of 2022, barring societal collapse. And we're gonna make 2022 turn its head and cough. No more excuses this year. And everyone's saying hello, good morning, Acuff Creations. Glad to hear that. Keep on the mend. Yes, Trish, I agree with Trish completely. We need you, Joe. Definitely need you. And I hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday. Let's nail this week. Oh my God, I love your attitude, Jimmy. I'm so on top of that. Well, over the weekend, like I said, I got a big editing project out and back to the creator who was happy. This was an actual book, a novel, and they were happy with the way I savaged it so far. And then I have a short story I'm working on for Stormgate Press that I'm in the second draft of, and I'm halfway through it. It is coming together quite well. I'm really happy with it. It's for the 20th anniversary of Captain Hawkland, and I'm really excited to be a part of that project. It's going to be coming out, I think, in the first quarter of 2022, and then after that, I've got two proposals. I've got a novel proposal and a short story proposal to work on while I am I gotta figure out what I'm at. I'm gonna edit something. It's probably gonna be either Doc Saga or probably Doc Saga would be a good idea. I've got 6 people who have been waiting over a year for me to get that done, but due to other pressures, They have been so lovely and so understanding. I've got to get that out for them, if no one else. And Ryan Permisson has shared this program. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you so much. Hope you're having a great Monday. And how are you? Got a job interview later today that could change everything. So wish me luck. As long as they allow you to show up at the show, that should be part of your demands. Like paid vacation, full health care, medical, dental, vision, and you can watch this show from at work. Okay. Anyway, William Quinton is here. Good morning to you, William. Glad to have you here as always. Good morning, Brian. Good news. This morning, Reign of Ages reached 100 backers. Day 7 of campaign. Fulfillment next month, too. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It sounds like you're off to a great start, William. Fantastic. That looked good. I've got to get in on that. I've got myself a little note to remind me to check that out when I get an idle moment. You know how that goes. Anyway, that's fantastic. Congratulations, William. That's wonderful. Check out and be sure to put in a link. Now, since you're on YouTube, you'll have to take out that little ampersand and just put in the word dot, and that should get you. But anyway, that'll give us enough to work with, okay? And Carl Witzman from the Desk of Small Press Publisher, Carl Witzman is addressed said, I've been with the state long enough to see some winners drop dead a day or two after receiving the prize of retirement. I'm not trying to be one of those winners. Now, I'll tell you something. When right after I was let go by the water company, they had another kind of purge. They let a few other people go. Actually, it was more like they kind of like moved them towards looking for a new place to work and then didn't replace them. They said, oh, you're not doing enough. You're only doing the work of 2 people. Here's more stuff from someone that left. The guy that used to be my original supervisor when I worked there, the company fired him after one. He had been working there since I want to say about 1967. So he had been there, 40, well, but by the time I left, it had been about 45 years or so-ish. But anyway, it's too early in the day to do math. Anyway, they fired him 1 week before his retirement date. He was a guy who was kind of acerbic, and he didn't exactly wake up every day trying to figure out how to make more people like him. In fact, we used to get the pipe fitters would come in early in the morning, and they would stand there and watch the 2 of us fight because I was dirty. I fought dirty. Every time, he was all like, oh, I'd be like, gosh, Mr. Armstrong, sir, golly, I don't know why you're so upset, which would incense him even more. It made for great fight theater. It really did. And I'd be, guys, can I help you with anything? And they're like, no, we're just here to watch the show. Then he'd get mad at that. And, it's like, it's a miracle that we didn't pop a heart valve on him. But anyway, yeah, definitely cross the finish line and make sure you get to take your victory lap, Joe. And Ryan Permisson says, in case you missed it, check out the latest episode of Boba's Weekly Bounty with special guests James Shimo and John B. Pica, johnpica.com. Check them out. And good morning, everyone. Ace Bonnie, good to see you here, my friend. And discontinued stuff in print, asks from the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And Grant Lankard, hey, everybody. Hope everyone is great. Well, I don't know that I'm great quite yet. I've only had almost a full cup of coffee, but I'm working towards it. Hope you're doing well today too, Grant. Good to see you, my man. And Mike Jimmy replies, yep, 20 to 30% off on nearly everything and more if you join some shows. Oh, very cool. And in case you missed it, says Ryan Permisson, check out the season premiere of And I Quote with writer and documentary filmmaker Glenn B. Fleming. He's always entertaining, and he and Ted Davies have a new comic book show on Thursday mornings. Please check it out at 10 a.m. Eastern. Carl Westman says, amen, Joe D. And I have only 9 days until my Social Security kicks in. Paid into both systems for so many years, it's nice to get some back. I need some more booze around here. So I'm glad you're not squandering it. That's a good thing. I was worried that maybe you were going to spend it on frivolous things. But if you're buying alcohol, that's fine with me. I totally approve. Yes. And we will have to get you on my show, says Joe D. McPhee. Yeah, definitely. because that's always a good time. I love it when Joe invites me on. I have a good time with him. And subscribe to the Nerd Culture channel for more great nerdy content on YouTube. That's definitely. And BKM, you don't get older, you level up. Back of the Cereal Box, I appreciate that, John. JohnPike.com, and check out the Back of the Cereal Box Network on YouTube and Facebook. It's got some great programs that I love on there. I am leveling up, but I'm also in games in terms of role playing gaming. I'm taking on a few extra disc sets, if you know what I mean. But you know, it's you know, like President Reagan once said, you know, upon turning 74, it beats the alternative. And hell yeah, man, says Mike Jimmy, hit me up anytime. I'm always looking for more shows to join. Definitely. And it'll be fun. And Grant Lankard, we had a COVID scare this weekend. Angie's daughter rode in with somebody who has COVID, but we tested her and she's negative. Oh, good news. Good news. Yeah, I had another friend that caught it, and it's like, ooh, it's getting closer. And Ryan Permisson wants you to join him Saturday for, and I quote, at noon Eastern, 11 Central, with comic book writer and artist Will Penn. I know him. He's good. I'm editor of his book. Oh man, it's good. I'm definitely tuning that in. And Facebook user says, anytime Brian K. Morris is a good time, go Rising Tide Network. God bless you. I love you. I really, and not just in that emotional way, just, you know, something, you know, pointed a doll kind of thing later. Anyway, thank you for the endorsement. And for this, the Small Press Publisher, Mike Jimmy Lorson DeBrun, we might have to pre-record it unless you were okay with being up early in the morning for a live show. I normally do the show at 9 p.m. Central U.S. time. That's like 5 or 6 a.m. there. Well, Mike did Clever Title Pending with me, and that was an 8 o'clock show. So besides it's freelance creators, you know, the clock is merely a suggestion. I only keep regular hours because of Cookie. And Ink of Creations, you just had to bring up Bowie. I'm still sad about it. That was my future husband. Well, you know, it's like, you know, I understand that. No, that really hit me. I have to agree with you, Keisha. I'm still on about that too. And I think over the weekend we would have celebrated another birthday with the great man. And it's funny because I didn't own any Bowie albums. In fact, I think I've only owned one in my life, and I had to find it a new home during one of my moves. But I heard a lot of this stuff on the air, and last night, as kind of a tribute, I was playing various versions of the song "The Man Who Fell to Earth." No, "The Man Who Sold the World." That was it. "The Man Who Sold the World." I'm sorry. And I found one. It was Nirvana does a beautiful version of it. They did it during their Unplugged show. And I also have one from Midure and Ultravox. Midure is the guy who co-wrote and co-produced Band-Aid and Do They Know It's Christmas. A super fine. So, hello, honey.
Good morning.
Did I wake you up?
Nope.
Okay, good. I have the coffee pot. I don't have a cup for you, but I have the coffee pot.
I'll see what I can do about finding a coffee cup. Oh, that is a cup.
What? Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, I've been known to use it more than once. So, how you doing?
Doing fine, hon.
Good. Oh.
Yep, it is a cup.
It is a cup. Yes, it's a big cup.
It's a big cup.
Well, after you drain it, you can fill it again.
Well, that's what caused me to wake up.
Oh, you had to drain?
Yep.
Yeah, I understand. The dragon needed to be drained too, so that's how I got up. Love you. And Ryan Purvis says, if you want to be a guest on that, I quote, they were live on Saturday afternoons at noon Eastern, as I said, or they can pre-record if you want, but there's great conversation, a chance to promote yourself. Mike Jimmy, if you haven't gone on there, that's one I recommend to you. And Mike Jimmy also says, well, that's easily done. That's like 6 p.m. for me, so I should just fall in the door from my side job at that time, too. There we go. And good morning, Rick Bradley. How are you? Hope you're doing well, and bring Cookie home. Ryan Permisson, that is job one this year. And author Kathy Jackson, mwah, sweetheart, how you doing? Sorry I'm not going to get to see you this weekend, really. And Dwayne Hickman, that's it, Dwayne Hickman, actor and star of The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, has died too. I grew up watching that show is based on a great novel by Max Schulman. And it's about a teenage man who is out to find love. And what's remarkable, one of the many remarkable things about that series, that was the breakout show for Bob Denver, who later went on to star in many shows, including the classic Gilligan's Island, and also Warren Beatty and Tuesday Weld first got major attention on that show as well. But it was very, very funny. It was really a really good show. And in fact, nowadays, people in my generation, it's like that's how I picked up the term "you rang" from Maynard G. Krebs, which was Bob Denver's role. But yeah, that's a shame. And I think his brother passed away a number of years ago too. He was also an actor. But here's a bit of trivia to give you an idea of what Dobie Gillis is like. It was the inspiration for a classic animated series in the late 60s. Hanna-Barbera Studios wanted to make a cartoon version of The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, but they wanted to give it more of a supernatural bent and make them kind of like ghost hunters, Ghostbuster kind of thing. But they couldn't get the rights to it. So what they did was they changed Dobie and all the major characters into other name.
Velma.
Yeah, Velma. Was one. I'm trying to think of Fred.
Yeah.
Fred was supposed to be Dobie Gillis. Shaggy was Maynard, and the Tuesday Weld character was going to be Daphne. And the girl who really loved Dobie was Velma. Now, where they got the dog, I don't know. But anyway, it went on to become Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Yeah, which, became got a life of its own. That's why I'm so into public domain characters. Because a lot of what we do as creators is built on what has gone before. I heard I was listening to a blog last week where they were listened to a podcast last week where they were talking about nothing we do now as creators is original. It's just some of us are better skilled at hiding our influences, which is true. But even characters like Superman and Batman were inspired by other characters that came before. Superman was inspired by Doc Savage, the Scarlet Pimpernel, circus performers, and a novel called Gladiator by Philip Wiley, which is a really good book. It's been adapted into comics several times. But anyway, check out Kathy Jackson's books on Facebook, and also check out her work on Amazon because she's wonderful and I love her. And we will get together sometime, I promise. And Ryan Permisson bought a few books written by Glenn B. Fleming and Charles F. Millhouse this weekend. Rising Tide Raises All Ships. You got some good reading over there, right there, my friend. Looking forward to it. And I have misplaced my coffee. William, okay, the show's got to stop until William gets his coffee. I feel your pain. Actually, I slept wrong during that. I've got a pain in my side right now. No, it's not Cookie. It's never Cookie. But anyway, let's go on with Rick Bradley. Go and check my Amazon author page at R. Bradley at that bit.ly address. There you'll have access to purchase The Nightmare Collective, Marvin's Night Out, and the award-winning Pulp Reality 1, and Tales of the Weird and Strange. No, it doesn't mention me by name. And sounds like a Monday, William. Yeah. And more bad news for DC. I spent this weekend, this is William Quinton, I spent this weekend talking with local comic shop owners, and almost all of them have cut back on DC to only pull box orders. I shipped a bunch of 47 Furious Tales, though. See, they had to make way for a good comic. No, here's the news. I just learned it this morning. There's going to be a week coming up. I think it may be this week. I need to let me check the article. But anyway, sometime soon, it may be this week, DC is going to have a week where they release nothing but Batman books. Jody McPhee, we're putting you on a suicide watch. Let's check this. Yeah. And let's see here. And but anyway, I just found that out from Bleeding Cool this morning. So anyway, Oh, DC Comics has intern positions in Burbank for the summer, so guys, get your resumes ready. And R&D Gaming, says Rick Bradley, the show where we talk about gaming from the point of view of an old school gamer and the view of a younger gamer and see how those views differ. Come join author Rick Bradley and son Donovan as they discuss gaming through the years. Come ask any and all questions about the topic. On topic, or what kind of show are you running there? It's not like mine. And let's have some fun exploring the huge world of gaming. That's going to be on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, which Rick, you need to mention. Anyway, Carl Westman says, I hope Michaela does the show tonight. Someone I know has some post-publication depression. Oh, no. I understand that. When I released my first book, Bloodshot, The Coldest Warrior, which unfortunately is no longer in print, but you can get a copy if you are on my Patreon list for $10 a month. But anyway, yeah, I understand. I had set a sales goal for that thing, which I thought were pretty realistic, and I only did about 20% of that, and I was despondent. And it was, but maybe if Michaela will have me on tonight, I'll tell that story then. And cool, I'll hit you up with that date, Mike Lorson de Bruin. Mike Jimmy Lorson de Bruin. And sure, man, looking forward to it. And sorry to hear that, Carl. Definitely. And I haven't forgotten about you, Trish. We'll get to you too. Get you on too, says Joe D. McPhee. And everyone's saying hello. And bad news for DC. What, they lose the license of Batman? That Batman bubble burst? No, the Batman bubble blew up. There's going to be a week, Joe, where there's nothing coming out but Batman. Which, if it was Batman The Adventures Continue, that would be fine. Anything else, though, aside from the Batman Scooby-Doo team-ups, I do enjoy that, but I'm getting only the trades on those. But yeah, now if it's all Superman week, that would be awesome. And I would review the hell out of them. And sometimes after you finish a project, says Carl Witzman, you feel so great that after that you get a little depressed after all the adrenaline leaves you. That's true. I've learned after so many books that I've put out to temper my my expectations. And I figure everything will sell eventually. And I've only got, I think, one book that I haven't paid for all of the editing on. But other than that, my books have been profitable. Usually within the first 6 months, which is not bad. Not bad at all, but yeah, it can be a letdown, especially if you think, oh man, this is gonna shoot. Everybody's gonna be fighting each other to review my book and everything, and it's normal. It is normal. It really is. But I think the longer you do this thing, the more you're like, well, the sales will come. The sales will come. And Joe D, what program do you 3D render in? I'd be interested in that too. I've always found that interesting. And you can charge money to blow your nose on camera. Some guys are into that. Yeah, that's true, but we're not on Pornhub. So, but the day is young. And actually, I found out that is a fetish. So is sneezing. We're not here to kink shame, you freaks. But anyway,
I am.
Well, Cookie is, yeah, but welcome to my life. Anyway, Miss Tolerance in the next room there. Love you.
Love you.
Anyway, but that's true. But how much can I get from you, Grant? That's what I need to know. And Nicholas Tucker, for Primetime Saturday night, I use Daz Studio. You can get it for free. I'm writing it down. Yeah. Cool. Because maybe that'll, maybe I can adapt it and I won't have to learn to draw. And good morning, Michaela J. Mwah. Good morning, Michaela. Are you doing Tidbits and Scribbles tonight? Carl I'm sure you heard it. Carl just brought something up that I would be interested with. And there she is, says Carl. And yes, I'm here now. Who needs to work on brainstorming Tidbits and Scribbles? Tonight is happening. Excellent. Thank you. I may pop by, edit all of it. Yes. And hey, Nick, how are you this morning, my friend? Good to see you, man. I drove by Earl Park yesterday and thought of you. and the family. And hey, Michaela, I hope I answered your question from the other day. You did, thank you. Oh, cool, side conversations. And we'll fill in the gaps what we think they're saying. Anyway, tough love time. We are worried between all the awesome promotion and your editing. Are you going to do any of your writing? Are you talking to me? Yeah. In fact, like I said, I'm going to be working on a novel proposal for one person, or one company. A novel pitch, or not a novel pitch, but a short story pitch for someone else that was brought to my attention. And what else? Plus, I've got, of course, I've got Volcana 2 and Aquatic, and I will get one of them done this year. I swear to you, I will. As Cookie is my witness. And then, so yeah, I am getting writing done. Yeah, and I honestly, I've told myself also that for probably the next 3 months, I am not taking on, aside from one that I've already contracted for, a comic editing, a book editing thing, a short book. I am not doing any more editing for at least 3 months. So to get my stuff out there, and I'm going to be calling on a couple of people who have been sitting on some of my stories for longer than I've been sitting on Doc Saga, believe me. And I'm going to get those. I'm going to ask for those stories back, unless they are going to publish within the next 6 months, because I've got plans. If those of you who have gotten my book Conflict, it could have a brother and sister this year. So, and it's not like I can't come up with another story, right? Anyway, yeah, but yeah. So bring the tough love, and if you're talking to me, who's calling? Who's calling? Oh, it's a robocall. We gotta take it on the air. No, it's the usual people about my car warranty. I've got one car that's actually 21 years old. It's old enough to drink now. So, and it drinks up a lot of oil. But anyway, but no, bring the tough love. I am the very model of productivity these days because I have clear-cut goals for this year. And by the time and the way things are looking, by the time we hit convention season, and I've got to get the Terrors edited too. That's probably my next thing. But anyway, Back in the Cereal Box says Back in the Cereal Box will be broadcasting live from Chattacon this Saturday. Oh, that's full. That's so cool. And if you're in the area, we'd love to see it. And doing the show live, I was on an episode at HalloCon this year. After a very late night, so you'll get to see me with minimal energy on there. But anyway, check out Back in the Cereal Box. So many great shows on that network. Seriously, and still can't find what I've done with my coffee cup. There's a horror story in the making about this. Oh my God, that's a dark story even for me, William. Good Lord. And my daughter is selling her drawing tablet. It's not something she's going to use. I saw that, Michaela, and I would be tempted. I need to talk to Cookie about it. Is it one that has the image in the tablet itself? And how large is the tablet-ish? Is it about the size of one of our books, or is it larger? I might be interested in that. And yeah, I'm used to midnight shows. I'm a morning person, but I'll live. Good man. You see, now that's how people like Mike Jimmy are going to do well. I tell people, mostly Cookie, that the reason she and I succeed is that we are willing to do what others are not. We are willing to step out of our comfort zones to do it. It's like I saw somebody, what was it? They were supposed to be on a show, somebody's show, and then they backed out because, I wanted to go see a movie. Screw your movie. What's more important? You can always watch that movie later. I don't care what it is. If you especially if you make a commitment to somebody to be on their show, then you be on their show. Period. That is rude. And like I had somebody that actually a couple of people have had to reschedule shows with me. But reschedule is the key. It's not like they said, I don't feel like coming on tonight. I think one person had a medical reason and the other person had family things going on. And I'm not going to argue with that. But something frivolous like going to a movie, I don't see that. So I would tell that person probably don't bother rescheduling. But it's like I've had other people reschedule like for Clever Tile Pending. So and I understood, and I got enough warning I could reschedule I could get other people on. So but to just do that, like an hour or two before the show, I decided to go to the movies. It's like, well, screw your book then, And speaking of people who are great at promoting, and definitely y'all need to get with this guy because this guy makes things happen. It's Comics Talk. Pops Van Zandt, good morning. Haven't seen you in ages, brother. Hey, yo, Monday Madness, 4 p.m. Eastern with Ryan Hack, Annabelle, Noah MacTutus, and William Samuel Quinton. Hey, I know that last guy. He's cool. Anyway, be there. Definitely be there. Pops, how you doing this morning, brother? How's the new year treating you? And hey, Cookie, walk the path of coffee, says Nick Tockert.
Coffee?
Nick Tockert says, hi, Cookie, walk the path of coffee.
Thank you, kind sir. I will.
You've changed your life. Thanks, Nick. And from this, a small press publisher, Pops is trying to be 1980s NBC programming. Be there. That's how I'm trying to get people to watch my back catalog of shows. If you haven't seen it yet, it's new to you. So, and Norville Rogers is Maynard. That's right. That's right. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. And Fred Jones, Norville, Shaggy Rogers, Daphne Blake, Velma Dinkley, and Scooby-Doo. And that's true. That's true. Nick, that is right. Scooby-Doo is spoken here. The funny thing is, this was before we left Illinois. We got one of those Amazon sale notices, right? Like today only, pick this up, and we got the first 3 seasons of the original animated Scooby-Doo cartoons in a box that looks like the Mystery Machine, and it was a stupid low price. And so we said, what the hell? Let's get it. We binge watched it, and we're like, it rekindled our love of the franchise all over again. It's kind of like when I worked on the Masters of the Universe complete DVD set with Andy Mangels. I got to watch some of the old episodes, and I'm like, man, I missed this show, and I didn't know it. So yeah, that's I love Scooby-Doo. I really do. And what is it? I also watched, what was it? I liked one of the iterations. What would Scooby do? I think it was like right around the early aughts or late 90s, whatever. But the scripts were solid, the acting was great, but I love the theme. It was kind of like a 80s rock kind of thing, kind of like Puddles of Wayne or whatever. It was good stuff. And Mike Jimmy Lorsha de Bruin says, time to shuffle over to the kitchen and get myself new coffee. This will be interesting. Good luck. Good luck on your trek across the apartment. Dude, be careful. All right? Seriously, we need you here. And Trish Bingson says, Mike Jimmy Lorsha de Bruin, super excited about your dragon tier that people might not know about. Ooh, she teases us, does she, with information. And Comics Talk Pops Van Zandt from the Small Press Publisher, the preview page for Enter the Cromniverse is going live today. I saw that, dude. Pops is putting his own comic book together, and it's about time, man. Seriously. If I had the time, I'd write for it. But anyway, I don't at the moment, unfortunately. And excellent Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt says from the Small Press Publisher. And Mike Jimmy says, Trish Bingston, Etsy is the most adorable thing, so looking forward to people's reactions to it. Oh, this sounds cool. Hey, Pops from William Quinton. Hey, quick pro tip. Read Kickstarter for the Independent Creators, 2nd edition. A practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly Rosing. Okay. All right. I think I've seen listings for that. That's interesting. Yeah. And Mike Jimmy says, coffee is made. Man, screw half-inch high doorways. Oh, dear. And WSQ, I think that's code for William. And speaking of Dobie Gillis, who was the tall girl that hung out with Maynard a lot that was smitten by Dobie at first, but couldn't stand him afterwards? Oh, I can't remember, but was that the Tuesday Weld character? It's been so long since I've seen that show. I just remember loving it. And the actors who played his parents were amazing. So, yeah, we'll have to look that up. And hi, Michaela from Pops Van Zandt. And even at 80%, I am still full of knowledge and a colorful adjectives here. Says Jody McPhee. I've been told I'm full of something too, but and BKM watches Fez Hub, an all old guy custom video service. Gillis. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we sit around and watch Dobie Gillis all day. Nothing wrong with that, let me tell you. And Nick Tucker, I'd pay for that. Yeah. Hey, I've got good taste in bad programming. We'd run Super President on Saturday mornings. And Michaela J says, "Did you see my co-authored book? Obsidian Hearts has been reworked and is now in the Kindle Unlimited program. Excellent. Get that copy now and tell everybody what name it's under, Michaela, please. That will help. And I have found the missing cup of coffee. Well, it must be this one because I have killed mine. Anyway, Brian." Michaela Jade's tablet is a 10 in drawing service. Doesn't appear to be having the built-in image display. It is like an old school Wacom intros. Okay. In 10-inch drawings, it doesn't appear to be having the built-in image display. Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering, because if it had the in-house image display, I thought, Cookie could use it. Because wait, a Surface, not Surface. And Michaela says yes, the tablet is one that shows the image on your computer. You draw on the Surface about 12 inches or so. Okay, I'll have to check with Cookie about that. I was looking for one that had it in the tablet itself, but I'll definitely talk to her. And John Celestri, good morning, Brian. Life is good. Think positively. I am positive. That's the way to think, my friend. Good morning to you. Check out John Celestri on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network Wednesday afternoons. He is the original gangster. Check him out. And Scooby-Doo really holds up. Nick, it really does. I think it's one of those shows where, like the Dick Van Dyke Show or I Love Lucy, where, some of the like the automobiles and the technology is a little bit dated by now, but the things they discuss and the things that challenge them are not dated. That's why Star Trek, the original classic Star Trek, keeps trucking on. So yeah, that's a good observation, Nick. Thank you. And John Celestri, I need to remember to watch your show this week, says from the SOS Small Press Publisher. Yes, you do. It's a great show. And John Celestri says you can always catch my reruns. They don't move very quickly. So yeah, they're easy to snag. No, seriously, it's a great show. And John is so wonderful on it. And speaking of so wonderful, there is Eric Hawkins, my co-host on the Rising Tide Network's Comic Book Spectrum. Oh boy, Batman week. Jody McPhee is so excited, I'm sure. Anyway, it's good to see you, Eric. And Rick Radley says, that explains why after watching Dobie Gillis, when I was growing up, I wanted to watch Scooby-Doo afterwards. Yeah, that's it. And William Bove is here. William, how you doing, brother? Mwah. And hi, Brian and everyone. I hope we all are well and doing well. I am. Hope you can say the same. And anyway, you can get 12-inch drawing displays for around $200 to $220 on Amazon, so you draw directly on the screen. Yeah, that's something I might be interested in too. So yeah, on the screen, of course, I understand. I used to use a Wacom. Actually, I used it as my mouse for a long time, and I found that you get used to just looking at the screen while it's kind of like when you use a mouse for writing and stuff. You look at the screen and you get the hand-eye coordination. But yeah, it's something to think about. Thank you, Mike, Jimmy. And Michaela Jade, looks like you got a possible buyer. It's potential. I got to talk to the boss. And Obsidian Hearts by Linnea Fletcher. Thank you, Michaela. That's it. And the Scooby Natural episode of Supernatural was the best. Goes to show how great Scooby, if it can meld with a newer show. Well, listen, they have a series of movies with various celebrities, like Batman and Robin and the Harlem Globetrotters and various other celebrities. Yeah, Scooby's a great concept. And the fact that we're still talking about it, was it premiered, I think, in 1969, I think it was. Because I remember it premiered, I think, the same year that Sesame Street did. And I remember all the ads in the DC Comics about it. So we are now caught up with your comments at the moment. So let's, while we're changing gears here, let us promote this. Well, actually, let's promote him since he's here. CromCon is coming at the last weekend of the month. And we love you, Pops. Here is some information on what Pops does.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? You need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties, countdowns, CromCon Monthly. We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
Definitely check out Pops Ed. He's got a lot of great programming on comics, and y'all will see it. And I use a Lenovo as all-in-one as my primary PC/art box, says Nicholas Tockard. Yeah, and I've seen, was it Brian Rodman uses his iPad. So, and I've got an iPad. I need to change the I need to take it in and get the battery changed in that thing, though it's not holding a charge like it used to. And I saw online how to change an iPad battery. It's basically way at the bottom of everything. So you have to take everything out and then put it back where it was. And I'm like, I'm pretty fearless when it comes to a lot of electronics, but I think we've just finally found my limit. So I'm going to have a professional do it. And sorry that I'm not more talkative. My pen just decided to leak all over my hand. Nice. Oh, Carl, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Take care of yourself, please. And from the Small Press Publisher, Brian, what do you think about Scooby-Doo and the possible tie-ins with the lore of Blue Falcon, the movie? Scoob hinted about Scooby's legend and the legend of Blue Falcon. I haven't seen that yet. I need to watch that. It looked good because I remember Blue Falcon. I like that show. That was back at that time when you were watching the first 3 seasons of Super Friends going, this is god awful, but there's so little superhero stuff that I'm going to support it. I think that's great. Joe, did you read, DC did this about 3 or 4 years ago called Future Quest. They did 2 years of it. The first year was kind of like a overarching story. It was one big story with not Scooby-Doo, unfortunately, but it was like Captain Caveman and the Herculoids, the Impossible Trio, Johnny Quest, and it had art by Doc Shaner and Steve Rude. It was wonderful. And then the second year was kind of like an anthology book with individual stories. But that was a good series too. But it showed how the characters could interact well. It just takes a good writer to do it. So anyway, I think I'm all over it. I seriously am. And Carl Whistleman gets the warning, for Mike Jimmy. And on the upside, hand sanitizer does a good job of cleaning off the alcohol in it. I probably would. No more Dollar Tree gel pens for me. It's not a bad thing to spend the long money, or just walk by an author's table if they offer pens. Hi, Michaela. And I still use my Michaela pen. When I went down to Imaginarium in Louisville, there were several people that had pens, and I got one here from our local public library that they were giving out for a time, and it has that little tip that you can use on your electronic stuff. So yeah, there's some things that are not wonderful to purchase at Dollar Tree. I find Dollar Tree is a great place to pick up books, though. My friend Jim Beard said one of his books, an anthology about adventures on the Planet of the Apes, wound up in there, and I've been looking for a copy of it ever since there. And also I picked up a Scott McCloud book, and you might not know this, Carl, but Scott McCloud wrote and drew a wonderful series for comics way back when called Zot. It was a wonderful science fiction adventure series that was just magical. And then he wrote 3 of what are considered 3 of the best works on comic books, using comic books to illustrate his point. It's really good stuff. But he had a book that I picked up about a year ago at our Dollar Tree. It was a $30 hardcover. I got it for $1. That was good stuff. And not to spoil the movie, says Joe D. McPhee from the desk of the Small Press Publisher, Scoob stated that Scooby was the great-great-great-grandson of Alexander the Great's dog. It also established that the Blue Falcon mantle can be passed down. I will stop. Ooh. Tempting. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that. But, it makes sense, and it's, sets up a great hero's journey kind of thing. You have some of those generations where it's like greatness, loser, so, but they have potential to be great too. I definitely need to check that out. Thank you, Joe D. McPhee. And with that, we have crossed the 1 hour mark, and I think I need to tend to Cookie here. Probably get her some more coffee. Yeah, she's like, yes, you do your job, boy. And so, yeah, if you didn't hear that, that was, Anyway, so thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here. I hope this started off your day in the right way, and we're going to run through our thank yous here. And as always, we are part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Rising Tide is a group of like-minded individuals who are helping each other grow their channels and their reach. And let's see, we're going to give a shout out to Michaela Jade. She's going to have Tidbits and Scribbles tonight at 7 p.m. on her channel on YouTube. Do check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Tuesday, we got TED Talks in the morning with Candace Camilleri, a dear friend of mine. She is a wonderful lady. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then the Dastardly Dingoes at 7 p.m. This needs redoing. I'm going to finally do it. I'm tired of looking at the out-of-date page here, so I'm going to do a revised one. But anyway, please check out the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page on Facebook, and also please check us out on Patreon. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly with a reasonable financial stipend. And for $1 a month, you get to read our exclusive blog, and you get your name on this card here and see the cool people that are supporting us, and we do appreciate you, believe me. And at $5 a month, you get to see works in progress, and then at $10 a month, we've got some of our books available for download. But anyway, we'll be working on our blog today, and if you want to see what we're up to, and if you want to help support the Rising Tide mission and get your name on this card here, check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. A few more comments coming in. And Rick Bradley, everyone take care and stay creative. You too, Rick. Looking forward to it and seeing what you got going. And good show. Please caffeinate Cookie. Carl, it's best for all of us that I do. Thank you, Carl, for everything. And great show. Cookie, crack that whip. Cookie, crack that whip. Wow. Give the... Why did you laugh at that? Oh, God. Anyway, here comes the leather mask and the restraints. Anyway, so thank you all for being here. Thank you all for understanding. And please do not forget CKOEPP.com for a great website, and check out her monthly newsletter. It's awesome. And in fact, if you want to check out all of our stuff, please go to risingtide.pub. We have our shows there, as well as an opportunity to sign up for our free monthly newsletter, which will go out the 1st of February. And with that, we're going to run some extra shows. We're going to add some extra spots here at the end of the show, but we want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you for making us a lively hour. And we'll definitely see you Wednesday morning with more Never Mind the Furthermore. So as always, folks, thank you for watching. And as always, please support the people you see their spots on this show. And remember to stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great Monday, everyone, and we'll see you Wednesday on Never Mind the Furthermore. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Never Mind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Never Mind the Furthermore.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho!
Santastine, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on days gone by with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality. Available now from Stormgate Press on Amazon.com.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Choose high-flying action. Choose death-defying escapes. Choose spine-tingling thrills. Choose nail-biting intrigue. Now's your chance to choose the adventure. The Captain Hawkland Adventures. Available on Amazon.com.